Oh, okay. Well, and then the big thing was these two little deviants over here iced us, but I didn't see it. Legitimately, if you watch the video, I saw the video.
It's crazy.
The TikTok.
You turn the lights on in our room, and that's it. You don't even look into the room. You're like, oh,
I don't
nice.
even look.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, I just look at the room in the bed. I was like, oh, nice. Not even knowing. Like, I didn't see the camera. I didn't see nothing. And the funny thing is, like, I looked at the video. I see my face like turn that way too as well, but I just completely missed everything that was set up.
Which is crazy because when I look into the room, there's a camera right in the middle of the table on a tripod staring into my soul, and right beneath it is 2 bottles of Smirnoff Ice. And I'm just like, why is there... Oh, I just got iced. Oh. Kubz, we got iced.
I was like, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. You got iced.
You saw both of them. Like, I'm not chugging both of them. Kubz, this is our room.
It's like,
we got iced.
It's like, no,
teamwork makes the dream work. I
didn't see any of the bottles, man. So I was like, wow, we're really icing people here in Japan. It's crazy.
希望来たぞ that breakfast, the brunch.
Oh. Boy, let me tell you, boy, that was good. Boy, let me tell you something, man. I don't even know how to explain that, but that shit was unequivocally fucking bossing. It was, oh my god. I don't know. It was like braised pork beef, and then like it was like a certain sauce, and it was like garlic fried rice, and it had like French onion tips in there as well. And it was just like, because there was so much texture as well, but it also was like soft, warm, but there was like the texture of like crunch as well, and then the beef. Oh, think about it was, oh man, yeah, and the waitress was super cute too. Oh, brother, everything about it, and she gave me and Sepy extra tea, while Tiff asked for extra tea and she got denied.
Oh yeah,
she got about that. So one of my first meals back home, I went out to eat, and like as we were leaving, it's been so ingrained in me for the past like 2.5 weeks when I was in Asia to turn around and say something to the staff. So I was literally turning around about to say 감사합니다 like before we left, and I was just like, I am in a Thai restaurant in the US right now. I am not about to say thank you in Korean.
That sounds like it could, out of context, that sounds like a microaggression.
But I was just like, oh my god, I cannot believe I almost did that. Like, that would have been so embarrassing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the seminar. It has been a while. Yeah, we're a little scuffed today. Before we start, if you guys need to tell anyone to adjust their mic level, or if someone sounds a little bit too loud relative to my voice or not loud enough, please let us know in the chat. We did not sound check. We did not video check. Unfortunately, but yeah. What are we? Episode 8? Yeah. Welcome to episode 8. We got some familiar faces here, and we also have a brand new face. So I'm just gonna put the pressure on you. Why don't you introduce yourself, brand new face?
Wait, am I the brand new? I'm technically a brand old face if you really think about it, because I was like first gen like ZJU, but I used to be part of ZJU. I used to be a professor back in 2020. It's been 4 years. But I do art, I sew, I yap. That's what I gamble. That's me. And I'm scuffed, so it's really on brand that this episode's really scuffed, because my stream is just known for being really scuffed all the time. So that's probably why it's cursed.
Did you introduce your name?
Oh, I'm Tank's friend. I'm Tank's friend on Twitch. I'm Tiff and T on Instagram. And many things.
Great. I was like, introduce yourself. It says everything but her name.
The emphasis on yap is great. And I like to yap. It doesn't proceed to say her name.
Can you be... I would love to be yours.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's get a little bit of a refresher. Please introduce yourself, Kubz.
Thanks
Very
for the
quickly.
introduction. Yeah,
Oh,
appreciate
yeah, I
it.
got you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's as Sepy mentioned. My name is Kubz Scout, aka Kubz, variety streamer, test streamer on Twitch as well. You can see me doing photography, to horror games, to I don't know, just yapping as well. You know, and generally being clueless about what's going on. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, if you didn't know, my name is Kubz again. You know, I have ADHD too, by the way. So, and I'm also colorblind. That's cool. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And knowing's half the battle, kids. Dun, dun.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll go clockwise. So, hello everyone. My name is Sepy. I am a music producer.
How's that clockwise?
It is clockwise.
That is not clockwise.
It's look on the goddamn stream.
Oh,
He had one job. One job.
Directionally
on my
challenged.
Discord, it's not clockwise.
Directionally challenged. It's a good thing I was doing the direct, like, you know, the navigation while we were traveling. All right.
Hey, I didn't get us lost. Okay, I did not.
Anyways. Yes. My name is Sepy. I'm a music producer. I stream once a month. My Twitch recap proves that. I've had a total of 11 streams this year. So I am short one stream from being a once a month streamer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Now you may introduce yourself going clockwise.
Hi, I'm T. I'm a variety streamer. Play games, do art. Yeah. But yeah. Hi guys.
Cool. All right, great. So you guys might be wondering who this group of friends is. We just came back from a long trip. You know, we were international. We were in Japan and we were in Korea. So had a great time. I think Kubz, this was your first time going to both Korea and Japan, right?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Okay.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
First time.
And Tiff and T, you guys have been to Japan before, but not Korea, right?
Correct.
All right, so let's. Where should we start off here? How about Kubz? What was your expectation going into the trip, and how did it differ once you actually got there? Like, what's your impression now that you've been there?
Expectation. That's actually, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I had expectation wise, I was thinking it was going to be like super proper, super formal, very like courteous and everything. Not to say that it wasn't. It just wasn't as like, you know, like especially me as like who's Southeast Asian, like a foreigner like that. And so I've always heard like, you know, like in Japan they always have like a certain bias and everything like that. And then like they have like people that shun you out and stuff like that. Like if you go into like Japanese only places, like if you're a foreigner, they're like no. But like I didn't experience any of that, so that was pretty cool. And generally everybody was really actually nice and courteous. You know, at least on the forefront. Maybe I don't know what they're thinking on the inside. They're like, damn, what's this what's this foreigner, what's Westerner doing here? But no, other than that, no, it was good. It was a great experience overall with Japan. Did you say also say Korea as well, or just Japan?
Just I guess the overall in general, like your expectation and like, you know, reality.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, expectations wise, I knew there was like a lot of sets of like ground rules and stuff like that, or like certain like customs out there. And then actually going there and actually seeing like the like customs and the rules and everything actually enacted by people, but it was almost every day, like it was in second nature to them. So for me to like adjust to that was kind of like semi culture shock as well. But it was good, you know. Like for me, I was like, damn, I can get used to this, to be honest, you know. And I'm just like, damn, America can never.
That's been the ongoing phrase for the longest time throughout the entire trip. We're just like, America could never, with like everything.
Yeah. Sorely disappointed when I get back to America. Sorely disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, where did the cam go?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're hella scuffed. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Well, I mean, it's, what about you guys?
In terms of like our expectations,
I guess I
I
mean like you guys have been to Japan before, so maybe like you know
yeah.
what like Korea like was there anything like you guys were expecting and then the reality of it like being different?
Honestly, when I was going into this trip, I had so much work, so I was like had no expectations coming into it, which is great. I had an amazing time with no expectations. I think I think I was a little more nervous for Korea than Japan just because I'd never been before, so I don't know all the social norms and stuff like that. So I was a little bit like hyper aware. But yeah, everyone's really nice. And it was really great. So
You sure you were hyper aware?
Yeah,
well, I
are you
tried to
sure
be
about that?
I was like hyper aware in the sense of like I was like very I guess like not hyper aware in terms, okay, yeah, it did look like I was sleeping half the time. And was I sleeping half the time? Yes. But in terms of like every action I do, I think about it a little bit after. You know what I mean? It's like, is that weird? Did I do something weird? You know what I mean?
There was every single time that, you know, like okay, so Tiff was just like oh yeah, I was a little bit worried. I'm like, no, Tiff, we were worried for you. We were nervous for you.
But I was sleeping, but I was also awake at the same time. I didn't miss a stop.
I'm surprised that we have not left you once
Yeah,
in
the
one of the
stop.
subway trains, like while we left her or anything.
It was
So
impressive.
context, because I think chat might be a little bit confused. Tiff was constantly falling asleep on the subway,
Even standing.
and there was even standing. There was one time like she was like holding onto the like the little rings
I was
on
like
the
this,
subway,
and I was
and
like,
she literally was just like
that.
I was just like staring like how.
It was impressive, actually.
It was quite impressive.
Yeah.
But I could hear everything. I could hear everything going on.
Yeah, you hear all the stops, but yeah, it's all in a foreign language that you don't know. So
I can hear the yapping, you know? I can hear you guys moving, you know? So, like, I would open my eyes when I hear, like, somebody shift, or I hear, like, somebody's jacket. I go back to sleep.
yeah, but that didn't change. That didn't, you know, change anything from that time in Japan when you actually thought that you were following me. It turned out to be another guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
very true.
What I use as a tracker is Kubz Pachaco now. And that worked pretty well after. Because I couldn't. So I was trying to use the back of Sepy's head, but everyone looks like the back of Sepy's head. So I kept
Slightly
getting lost.
racist.
I don't. Yeah, that's racist.
That's
Hello?
racist.
Hey, our names were switched in the beginning, okay? I get one jab. Anyways, is this a microaggression? Not the microaggressions.
Oh,
Anyways,
God.
so what I used as a tracker to make sure I'm following the right people, I would track Cub's backpack, which has a little Pachaco on it, and it's red, so it's easy to track. So that's why I got less and less lost sometimes. I would have been more lost without the Pachaco. It kind of was a lifesaver. Pachaco is my lifesaver.
All right. Well, T, what was your expectation going into Korea, and how did it differ from when you were actually there?
I'm not really sure because like I think like I went in knowing like I can't romanticize it too much. It can't be. It's not like the K-dramas. It's not like all these like sparkles that like people tend to put on Korea. And I knew that going in, and I think that kind of helped because like I had already done some research beforehand. Like I knew it was gonna be kind of smelly.
Oh.
So I already knew that because like so in Korea I was like the only thing like I was a little bit surprised with how much trash they left out on the roads throughout the day. Like they leave trash out on the like curbs, and it was smelly. Like you can literally like I can't even imagine it like during the warmer months because we went during a cold time. And so I was just sort of like, it was definitely like I expected the smell, but I just didn't expect how much trash to be out all the time. And I feel like I wasn't expecting to be, I guess, mistaken for being Korean so much. That threw me off really hard Because literally, like, there was times where Sepy would be standing next to me, and then they would start like going off in Korean to me, and I like my brain would just short circuit, and then Sepy would just have to be like, "Oh no, she's not Korean."
I'm not gonna lie, there were a few times where I was just like, I should just stand here and just watch. just be like, wonder
Like,
how
when I
much
was,
longer T is just gonna stand there and let them speak to her in Korean.
Like, literally, they would just keep talking, and I'm just like in my head, I'm just like, shoot, what do I say right now to like, because like I could not remember how to say like, sorry, I don't speak Korean, and I could not ever remember it every single time they asked me, and like I kind of regret like not learning more like common phrases before I went, because like I was planning on doing it, and I just never got around to doing it, because it definitely would have helped a lot more. Like it definitely like. I still knew like little itty bitty bits of words here and there, but it definitely would have helped like knowing at least a little bit more like, sorry, I don't know Korean. Do you speak English? That would have helped me so much more instead of having to have Sepy stand there watching me like struggle and just short circuit. And even Kubz has like when me and Kubz went out to eat one night when it was just us two, like the waitress continually spoke to me in Korean, and I was just like,
I just sat there.
please stop.
I was like,
I like literally like she would be explaining, and I would just be like, just like yeah.
알았어.
I would just keep saying yes.
알았어.
Fake it till you make it.
알았어. 네.
Just like okay.
That's so funny. Well, but, I mean, like the thing is, though, at least in Korea, they can actually speak English. In Japan, you're fucked.
Surprisingly,
I feel like I
Yeah.
experienced more people in Korea that didn't speak English than in Japan when I was
Mhm.
there. Like especially when I went to went to check out at stores and stuff, I felt like I found more in Korea than Japan.
I think they're more willing to speak it as well.
Yeah.
They're more willing to speak English in Korea than we were in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I said at least when we were in Japan, there was a little bit more hesitation on their face to speak English.
Mhm.
So, or if they had to, so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I got played one time during that one
was
lunch. Well, we'll talk about that in a bit as we go throughout the days of what we did. But I just wanted to get kind of like first impressions of everyone, on the country and stuff. But yeah, moving on, I guess. My tummy hurts. Anyways,
When didn't it hurt? True.
yeah. So
Common theme.
yeah, just if I go missing for a few minutes, I'm in the bathroom sitting on the toilet. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna kind of go through what our trip was like and kind of reminisce here a little bit. We went to Japan first,
Right.
and Kubz, you if you'd like to explain on like what was the first thing that happened when we arrived in Japan?
When we first arrived. Well, like I say, I think so. The T and Tiff, they got there initially before us, and I got there. I think relatively around like 5 p.m. Around 5 p.m. And I decided to wait for Sepy for his flight to come in. His flight didn't come in until like almost near midnight. So I was kind of sitting at the airport till like 6 a.m. or not 6 a.m. but till like midnight. And then trying to think. Well, we had to take a cab because all the trains were done for the night by the time that that Sepy got here. And we took a cab, and the cab driver was he was definitely a yapper. And then like he started talking to Sepy, and then Sepy was like, "All right, I got this. It's time to practice my Japanese." And he starts talking to him in Japanese, and then the old man and everything like that starts, it just starts speaking in it. And then once Sepy starts responding a little bit more confidently, and he's like, "Oh, so and then it just like he starts going off, just even like light speed, and then Sepy starts panicking a little bit.
I'm just like,
he's like, oh shit, slow down, wait. He starts going off. But I mean, at least for context wise, it sounded like he was keeping up pretty well. And then like I kind of like picked up a few things, like I understand what they were talking about. I was like, oh, okay. And then at one point, it's like Sepy said, he's like, where he's from. He's like from New York, and then the cab driver was like, eh? So cool. But yeah, that was the first thing that happened, and then I'm trying to think about that. We got dropped off the wrong location, so we were at two different. Yeah, the two hotel, the brand, they have a hotel within maybe less than a mile of each other. So they have one where there are suites, and there's one that's apartment style, and then Sepy gave the wrong address, I guess. So and I got there, I was like, I don't think this is a hotel that we booked. I was like, it's the same brand, but I don't think it's the right one. And then we like looked over to the left, was like, and it's like maybe like half a mile away, maybe a mile. So I'm like, I think that's our hotel over there down the street. We're like, oh shit. So it's like maybe like around 1 a.m. at this point. So we're like just lugging around luggage right there as well. Sepy's got his, and then my luggage in particular that I had was Sepy likes to body shame it. He likes to body shame it. He calls it a tank. And I was like, dang, dude, what the hell? I was like, what did he say to you? What the hell? It's an extra large like suitcase, so I mean it was gonna be gone for 3 weeks, but yeah, so we're just looking at it around. We finally get there, and then yeah, that was one of the first things. And then trying to think, because that day was a blur because I was already awake for like 25 hours. Yeah, by the time we got there, I haven't slept at that point, so mildly delirious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, then the big thing was these two little deviants over here fucking iced us, but I didn't see it. Legitimately, if you watch the video, I saw the video.
It's crazy. You turn the lights on in our room, and that's it. You don't even look into the room. You're like, oh,
I don't
nice.
even look.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, I just look at the room in the bed. I was like, oh, nice. Not even knowing, like, I didn't see the camera. I didn't see nothing. And the funny thing is, like, I looked at the video. I see my face, like, turn that way, too, as well. But I just completely missed everything that was set up.
Which is crazy because when I look into the room, there's a fucking camera right in the middle of the table on a tripod staring into my soul, and right beneath it is 2 bottles of Smirnoff Ice. And I'm just like, why is there... Oh, I just got iced. Oh. Kubz, we got iced.
I was like, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. You got iced.
You saw both of them. Like, I'm not chugging both of them. Kubz, this is our room.
It's like,
we got iced.
It's like, no,
teamwork makes the dream work. I
didn't see any of the bottles, man. So I was like, wow, we're really icing people here in Japan. It's crazy.
It's the last place you expect to get iced.
Yeah.
The funny thing though about that is I like my very last night there. Tiff had already gone home. My last night, I revealed to them. I told them. So the icing was premeditated. I knew before I got to Japan that I was gonna ice them. Like I had already looked up, do they have Smirnoff Ice in Japan?
Oh my god! I was gonna ask about that.
They were like, "What the heck?" It was premeditated. Then I told them, and then me and Tiff were so scared because, like, when we went to Korea, Kubz and Sepy got there first. We were scared that they would ice us back, and they didn't because they weren't feeling well when they got there.
No, because we're decent human beings.
Yeah, we are. We're not gonna do that to you guys.
No, I was surprised they didn't seek revenge. They really should have, but
no.
I was honestly expecting it.
Yeah. Me too.
We'll seek revenge, but we won't be as harsh as you guys, because we're decent people.
We're decent human beings.
Yeah, we're decent human beings.
Oh God. Yeah. But I mean, that was the beginning of our trip in Japan. I mean, Tiff and T, you guys got to Japan a day before us. What you guys exactly do? Anything worth noting that was interesting on the first day?
Lots of shopping. Lots of shopping.
Tiff is
I made a lot of financially responsible decisions.
Responsible or irresponsible?
Very, very responsible. At Kittyland, which is a 5-story character shop. That was our first stop when we met up on the first day. I think I spent like over $100 on merch, and that was our first stop. But I use everything, and I have no regrets.
Beautiful. Yeah, no, it was a lot of shopping. What? Oh, yeah.
In Japan, there was a lot of shopping.
Yeah,
We
it
may
was.
have or may not have impulsively bought. Was it? Was it's not Michael Kors?
Oh, Marc Jacobs bags.
Damn,
Both of us
Marc
bought
Jacobs?
purses. And literally,
Damn.
we were leaving Shibuya, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go back to the room. We were walking past Marc Jacobs, and I was just like, can we stop in here real quick? Because I saw a purse. And then we went in, and I didn't even look at the purse that I wanted to look at. When I like just glanced, I ended up zeroing in on another purse. I put it on for like 45 seconds, and then I was like, I'm buying this. Like, it was like, with it literally less than 5, like, I want to say less than 3 minutes. I was just like, I'm buying this.
Yeah. And then
And then
while I was
Tiff.
waiting,
Mm-hmm.
they're very good saleswomen. I had like star clips in my hair, so they picked out this little star bag, and they're like, "This looks really good on you." And they still have the pink phones. Like, the leather inside's pink. It matches you. This bag is for you. And you're like, "You're right." And I bought it.
They're good at it.
They were too good.
Japanese sales.
Japan doesn't love foreigners. They just love your money.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
we learned that.
yeah, I told this to Kubz when he was streaming at one point, but I didn't tell you guys. On the way back home from Korea on my last day, I was at the Incheon airport, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go window shopping. I walk into a Balenciaga. I bought a wallet, and I'm just like, all right,
Damn.
time to go home.
Damn.
Yeah, because
Nice
like,
purchase.
it's just like, you know, one, it's tax free,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and two, the U.S. dollar is too strong compared to the other currencies. So I was like, you know,
Mhm.
yeah, I ended up spending a lot less than what I would have here in America.
Yeah. Well, Gentle Monster's like $100 off when you go to
Mhm.
Korea. There was a Gentle Monster in the airport. I didn't buy it. That was his stuff.
I didn't have time to
Could've.
stop by that one.
Oh god.
There's so many things that it's just like America could never.
America could never.
So
Unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah.
we spent our first day being very financially responsible.
Technically, second day too.
And maybe the third day, and maybe the fourth day, and then also maybe the fifth day. So.
Literally every single day in Tokyo was shopping except for Disney Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even that day.
Well, you did a little shopping. You bought like all the different hats.
Well, I
Technically shopping.
did.
Yeah.
I did, but it wasn't like focused on the shopping.
Mhm.
You know?
That's fair. Yeah.
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 Still money at your pocket though.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
cheaper than it would have been here.
That's what
I don't think
we
they even
always
had it there.
No, like for real though. Like it's
Yeah,
so much
those- yeah.
cheaper.
Okay, we
Those
say
are-
that
those are
everything was a
Disney Sea
lot.
exclusive.
Yeah, true. We say
Yeah.
everything was a lot cheaper throughout this entire trip, but you guys check your
Yeah.
credit card
But
statement
like
after
once you
we're
add
coming
it all
back.
up, yes,
Not
it's a
yet.
lot of money. But
Yeah.
if you look at it like, if you look at like little parts,
It
especially
doesn't-
Disney,
It doesn't seem so
itself,
bad. Yeah.
It was definitely like everything I paid for Disney, like was almost like basically it would have been like 2 tickets to Disneyland in
Yeah.
the US.
That's
Like
yeah.
that's crazy.
The crazy thing is, like, let's like you're in Japan and Korea, and you go to a convenience store, and every time you you pay for something, it's like $1 or $2 a trip. I'm like, wow, everything's so cheap. 500 convenience stores, onigiris later, like you look at your statement, like, it all adds up, doesn't it? Oh shit.
Like
Yeah.
the onigiris. Oh.
I regret not buying more food from the konbinis. I'm like really sad because like I didn't really get like I wanted to try the famichiki inside of the 7-Eleven egg sando. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to try that because that's apparently like a food hack that's really good. I didn't get the fruit sandos. I've never tried any of those. I didn't try a lot of stuff that I wanted to eat in Japan. Made me kind of sad.
Well,
The
yeah.
crema ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Creme brulee.
The creme, the
I'm-
creme.
No,
Yeah.
crema.
Cremia.
Cremia?
Cremia.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like the
cremia.
soft serve.
Oh.
Yeah. We were supposed to go back for it and we never did.
Yeah.
Never to try horse. I wanted to try that.
Well, I mean, to be
You were the
fair, it's
only
like
one
we
that wanted to
didn't
try
have that much time in Japan, honestly, and
Yeah.
in my opinion, I just think like it's more worth like going to the dinner and lunch spots that we were planning on going, and instead of like eating just like convenience food, I guess.
Like random, but the ice cream.
Yeah.
That's my biggest regret. Like we saw it too, and we're like every time we see something, we're like we're gonna come back to it. We just don't have the time to come
Yeah.
back. So
Yeah.
always buy the thing. That's the motto.
So
I think I had ice cream every night, to be honest.
We did, but
Yeah, I think I did.
not the cremia.
No, maybe not like Romeo, but no, just like ice cream in general. That
Ice cream
and alcohol every night.
every
After
night.
we got- yeah. Stop by the conveni,
Yeah.
just grab some kind of alcohol, like a beer or something like that. And then
The Suntory.
we drank
something.
every single day in that trip, except for maybe an exception of like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah,
I counted. Just 3.
we drank every day in Japan, right? I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
we did.
I'm pretty
At
sure
least
we
I
did.
did.
Yeah.
I for sure drank every night.
I had a drink every day, I think, in Japan.
Yeah.
And that was with me and my stomach issues.
Yeah.
Just like fuck it.
Yeah, the first
never-
couple of days that Sepy was in, like this man was dying.
Dude, you know what I realized what it was though?
Oh, okay.
I think it was a bad case of acupuncture session because I had a session right before the trip.
Oh.
Really? Does it affect you like that?
Yeah, there are some bad sessions that were like I had it actually when I came back. I had my acupuncture sessions this past Thursday actually, and I felt the same back pain and nausea and like the stomach on Friday and Saturday.
Oh.
Mhm.
And it's probably just I don't know, like needle sickness or something. I looked it up. Apparently, it's a thing. But,
Oh, okay. So next time we know before your trip,
No
no Wendy's,
acupuncture.
no acupunctures.
No Wendy's,
No
no
seafood.
acupuncture.
Yeah.
No shellfish, no seafood.
No seafood.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Well, it's a working theory. We'll test it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess T, if you wanna lead on going through our schedule a little bit and kind of reminisce. Anything worth noting on a day by day basis here?
I mean, like, basically, what did I just say? Anyways, basically, like, I mean, like I said, in Japan, we mostly just ate and shopped. Okay, how about this? What was everyone's favorite meal that they had in Japan? Because we ate at some pretty bomb places in Japan.
I already know what Kubz' answer is.
What's my answer?
Shimokitazawa,
What's
that
mine?
breakfast, the brunch.
Oh. Boy, let me tell you, boy. Boy, that was good. Boy, let me tell you. Oh, let me tell you something, man. I don't even know how to explain that, but that shit was unequivocally fucking bossing. It was, oh my god. I don't know. It was like braised pork beef, and then like it was like a certain sauce, and it was like garlic fried rice, and it had like French onion tips in there as well. And it was just like because there was so much texture as well, but it also was like soft, warm. But there was like the texture of like crunch as well, and then the beef. Oh, think about it was, oh man, yeah. And the waitress was super cute too. Oh, brother. Everything about it. And she gave me and Sepy extra tea while Tiff asked for extra tea and she got denied.
Oh yeah.
She got
Forgot
denied.
about that.
So
That was so sad.
so we're this is a place that I go every time I go to Japan. It's a brunch spot. And it's a great neighborhood, by the way. It's a place called Shimokitazawa. It's pretty popular now. Everyone goes there because it's like the quote unquote thrift shopping place. And I put thrift shopping in quotes because it's thrift shopping in a way where you are getting second, handed, like it's pre-owned clothes, but it's not cheap. That's the thing.
No. It's the equivalent of vintage stores.
Yeah, pretty much. And we get to this brunch spot. We all got like different things. Like Kubz got that braised beef in a stone pot with the rice, and it comes with a bunch of side dishes too. It's a traditional Japanese breakfast. That's what it is. So that place is actually an izakaya at night, and in morning only for a certain amount of time is when they open up for breakfast, and people line up every day. And we went on a Monday. Was it on Monday? No.
No.
Oh, it was Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We went on Wednesday, and there was still a line, outside. And I got like the salmon, the salmon ikra. Oh, yeah, T is showing a picture of it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
It was so good.
Yeah.
Mine's that top, upper left hand corner. That's what I had.
yeah. So yeah, Tiff and I, we got like the cooked salmon with the ikura on it, and then T got like a tempura set, and yeah. So like I'm trying to I asked for a lot of these things from the waitress in Japanese so that like I can so that at least they think that I'm not a foreigner, and then they don't treat us differently as foreigners, right? Because sometimes there are restaurants or people who will treat you differently if you're a foreigner. So I'm speaking Japanese. I asked like, oh, can we get a refill on our tea? And Kubz and I, we get refills. And then Tiff asks, hey, can you ask them if I can get some tea? I'm just like, yeah, let me ask. And I'm just like, sumimasen, and then I asked them, can she get more tea? And then she was like, oh, sorry, there are no seconds for tea. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I think you asked a
He was like,
different
"Ooh."
waitress.
Yeah, I did ask a
when you
different
asked
waitress.
Tiff.
Yeah. Yeah. The cuter one, she was the one that gave us the seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other one was being a bitch.
She was like, her paying it out.
Yeah. Well, okay,
Was
but
that your favorite meal too, Sepy?
I mean, I go there every time. I'd say like, if I were to think about the favorite meal, honestly, even though I wasn't in the best condition, probably the omakase was my favorite.
Mm.
That one was really good.
Yeah.
It was really funny because like before when I booked the omakase, so the omakase was only $60 per person for a 20. What was it? 23?
22, yeah.
22, 23 course
So
omakase.
much, man. It was so much.
And like when I told them, I was like, "Oh, it's 20 plus dishes." Everyone was like, "Wait, what?" Like that's way too much. And I was just like, "Yeah."
Like,
I
dude,
was
It
down.
was really good though. It was really good. Like we definitely there were certain dishes that some of us couldn't eat, so like the dishes were passed to other people. But we finished everything.
I want
The
to say
amount-
I ate almost everything.
Yeah,
There's
except
only
for
one
the
thing I didn't.
abalone.
Yeah. Abalone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ate one, and
Yeah.
then the other one I was like, pass it up.
Yeah.
Then
The amount of uni they gave
Oh my god.
was
Where is it?
crazy. Yeah. But that was like my most memorable part. The amount of uni that they gave for holy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
I think it's kind of a cool point too as well. Like the one of the chefs,
Abalussi.
the Abalussi. Oh no.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I
Yeah,
should call her.
Yeah, fuck.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, it was pretty cool just seeing that the chef interacted with Sepy and complimented his Japanese, and like it was really good. Yeah, as well. I think and then the seat that we got in particular was like we were put in the back room. We don't know if that was like for like foreigners or like we didn't get to like I guess like traditional omakase, you're sitting in front of the chef as well. But we were sent into like the back room, which I think was pretty cool to be honest. I thought it was fine. So there's like people on reviews and everything like that complained about that back room. And they're like, oh no, it's not a good service and everything like that. No, like they brought us, they were, explained everything to us and everything like that. I think it was fine because we were able to have more casual conversations too as well in the back as well. And then we're kind of, goofing off a little bit.
Especially as a group of 4.
Yeah.
It's a lot more comfortable to talk to each other.
I think that's the biggest
instead
thing.
of like in a line.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing is that we were a group of 4. And I guess it's like a mix of group of 4 and being foreigners because the thing is, omakase is also a pretty intimate like experience to just like kind of sit there silently with the sushi chef kind of serving you, right?
Mhm.
And foreigners tend to be a little bit louder, when with conversations. So there is a possibility that, it's not wrong to make that assumption, honestly, at times. So like, that's why they have that back room. It was a little bit like I would get why people get upset, when they're doing omakase. Some people want that experience of being able to interact with the chef, but at the same time, the chef can't speak English. Like it's a little bit distracting, right? Like, so for us, it was nice because we got our own private place to talk, and they didn't treat us any differently. They gave fantastic service. They kept on coming back, seeing if we needed anything else. And
the head chef came through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go back there again next year. I'll tell her that I remember her name.
Yeah.
What about you, Tiff? Favorite meal?
It would probably either be the katsu we had on our first day or the donbori with the uni, and those were both so good. Like I lucid dream about those meals all the time. Oh, and then the coffee shop that we also went to on the day we went to get the donbori, that one of
Oh,
my
that was
best
really
favorite
good.
cup of coffee. It was so good, and he was so
Mm.
nice. It's like it's not ironically it was both of the meals when the boys weren't there, but that was not a factor. I swear that wasn't a factor. Um,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Sure.
but yeah,
Mhm.
Mhm. All right.
or maybe that was a factor.
Mhm. Figured as much. Mhm.
That's at
We
least
get how you
two.
feel. We get it. We get it. We understand. Yeah.
What was your favorite meal, T, in Japan?
I did really like the donbori that we had the last day. It was really good. So the donbori place we went to, it was rice with a lot of seafood on top with ikura and uni. And then once you finish like half or like 2/3 of it, you pour in I think there it was it oyster? Or what
Was
was
it
it?
clam? It was like a
No,
clam
clam
broth.
broth. Yeah, they had a clam broth you
Yes.
pour in, and then it turns it basically like into like almost like a congee. It was really, really good. So like another really popular place that has it is called Sujihan, and the place that we went to is called Mukai, it was a lot quieter, and it was crowded. Like we were actually technically we were the first in line, but then we went to go get coffee and we got back and we were second. But yeah, like it was like super like it was busy after we got there. Like people like started really coming in, and like there was a line when we left, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like it was definitely it was one of the things that I really wanted. I wanted a donbori like that, and I'm really happy that we managed to get the Sujihan experience without having to line up for Sujihan. Because
Yeah.
Sujihan, you wait like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sujihan. I went to Sujihan last year, and they do a sea bream broth for theirs,
Mhm.
and yeah, that was like a very quiet experience too. Because I went to the main store, and it was literally just like one of those things where, you go in, or you order, you go in, you eat, you're silent, you don't talk, you don't film, nothing, and you leave immediately. And yeah, because like it's more there are certain places where like in Japan and Korea though, is if you know if people know that some place is like a very like popular spot and there's like a lot of people waiting in line, like I think Japan and Korea are very very um societally like socially aware, so they will do their best to finish eating as fast as they can so that the next people like the next few people can enjoy the experience as well. So Sujihan is just like that, where like you have to like kind of be mindful about the people waiting, and you can't just like just sit there for 30 minutes and socialize.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Um, there's more with Japan. Other favorite moments.
Something else that happened. Kubz got his uppies and slappies. How was that?
Shit. That shit was immaculate.
We
Sensational.
went to a Muscle Girls bar, and I'll let someone else explain what that is to everyone.
So
Man,
all the bartenders at this bar are very muscular. They're basically essentially they're bodybuilders. They
they're
are
fucking yoked,
very
bro.
they're jacked. Like our bartender, her name was Eri, and she was at the beginning I was a little bit intimidated, to be honest, because she wasn't really smiling at the beginning. Like, and I was like, is she like super unhappy that like we're her customers tonight? But then later on, like throughout the night, she got a lot more happy and like
Mhm.
a lot more like interactive with us, which I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I think she just needed to warm up. But yeah, so um throughout the night, like one of the things that comes with our ticket is they squeeze grapefruit juice into grapefruit, right? It was grapefruit,
Just
right?
grapefruit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, into our sours. So we all got drinks. And dude, like our actual sours that we bought though, they were like this big. I was like, who gives a glass this big?
We had 3 of them, yeah. Like she like put it in front of us, and I was like turning, and I looked over. I was like, "What the fuck?" Thing's huge.
They were massive, and
Yeah.
like, so I was just like, okay. But you can buy muscle bucks, and you get to pay, like, tip the girls and interact with them. So like, some of the things that you could do is take a picture with them in like different poses. Sometimes they'll pick you up, and that's what Kubz got to do. And me and Tiff actually did it too, where they like literally like bridal carry you.
Yeah, princess carry.
Yeah, princess carry. And so Kubz got his uppies, and then Sepy or Tiff paid for Kubz to get a butt kick.
Yeah.
And then
What?
Sepy paid for all the muscle mommies to slap him in the face.
Oh my god.
Hey, Kubz, you wanted this. I'm paying all this to make sure that every single woman in the bar slaps you.
I was low key kind of happy one girl left early.
Oh yeah,
She was the
the one with the shaved side.
Yeah, one of the main girls. Like, she has like a Attack on Titan like scout regiment tattoo on her leg, and she's fucking cool too as well. But like, when the first time she slapped one of the guys ahead of me, you could just hear that, like, the slap just echo throughout the room, and I was like, dude, she hits hard. I was like, I don't think she has to be part of this as well. I mean, I welcomed it, but I was scared that she was gonna be part of it though as well. But
Oh
yeah.
man. Yeah,
no, that was great though.
that was definitely probably Kubz's like biggest highlight of the Japan trip.
It was. I mean, I think it was my one and only thing on my itinerary. So everyone has something that they want to do, like multiple things on our like Google Streets and everything like that, like the places they want to do. Like, I had 5 slots, like 5 or 6 slots, right? And mine was muscle mommy bar, muscle mommy bar, muscle mommy bar, muscle mommy bar. Everything was that. That's the only thing I wanted to do on my itinerary as well. And I was just like, that's all I want. You know, that's the one thing. I'm a type B traveler. I don't really plan things and everything like that. So that was the only one thing, and I was just down to go with the flow with everybody else as well. Yeah, and I learned too as well. Like, you know, like every A type traveler needs a B type traveler, and vice versa. You know, so it worked out. Yeah.
I'm usually a type A, but this trip I was very type B.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? The moment that he said, "Here's our Excel sheet," I'm like,
sick.
that's all you. I ain't doing anything.
This is the only time that
anything.
I'm like super type A is with planning a trip.
I'm
That's
usually type A
literally
too, but like
it.
I'm not like Excel sheet. I'm usually just a one sheet of paper, like on a Google Doc, and be like, all right, well, I think these are some good places to check out. And then like from there, I'm just like, okay, well, this place is, you know, near here. Let's just go here for today, and then let's just tomorrow we'll figure it out. And then just like usually it's just kind of like a list for me. But you had an Excel sheet with like 8 different tabs, including expenses and our flight numbers and our flight seats for some odd reason.
True.
It was so I would remember it later.
Like,
Like for me personally, like it's just like I like having everything in one spot, like for flight information.
No,
Yeah.
I'm usually type
not
A.
Christian putting play on words saying type A.
But
Oh my gosh.
this trip I was type B because I was really busy, so I'm like, thanks T. Really appreciate it. Thank you. She basically planned our whole trip in hindsight.
Basically. Except for the fact that I think I made you guys like have dinner with me and my friends or lunch. Like
Oh, yeah.
every single day there was a new friend. I was like, guys, we're getting dinner with this person today. The next day, guys, we're getting lunch with this person today.
Personally, I didn't mind that.
No, I love
No, it was
that.
fine. No, it was
Yeah,
really
I
fun.
personally
It was
didn't mind
really,
that.
really fun. But it was just
Yeah.
funny because like literally Sepy just like, oh, so we're getting dinner with my friend on Friday. Are y'all cool with that? Okay. It's just like
I was like,
The
oh, it's a
amount of
girl.
girls he has.
Oh, it's another girl. Oh, it's another girl. There was a lot of girls that we met on this trip.
Listen, the first friend that we
a
actually
lot of girls that we met on this trip.
You're right. Actually, the first friend was Jess.
Right.
We went to Akihabara together. And then it was Ken, okay? And then I introduced you guys to Ken.
And that was the last person. Last guy.
Until
The
the
one and
end.
only guy.
no, there was one at the very end.
George.
I mean, yeah, the
George.
George, yeah.
Yeah. But it was
That
was
was like
Jess
way later, though.
and then Ken. And then looking at the thing over here, where is
Vivian.
where, oh, yeah, there's Vivian. Oh yeah, there's my tutor. And afterwards, in Korea, there were others.
There
yeah,
was Uni.
yeah, Uni, and then there was also
There was only
Other
one
girl.
friend of his that we did not meet. He went to go eat with
Was it-
her on his own.
Yeah.
Oh, we went on T1.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
We went
Yeah.
we did, yeah.
But yeah,
But
oh,
yeah.
you guys got to try your or I don't know. Did you for T and Tiff? Did you guys try yakitori, like the authentic yakitori, like before when you guys went to Japan on your own or something?
No, I think that was the first time.
Yakitori.
The chicken skewers.
Um,
Because that
I-
place that Ken took us to is your legitimate, like, authentic Japanese experience of yakitori.
that was really, really good.
Yeah, that's-
the only yakitori I've had before this trip in Japan, I think, was a fried yakitori type of thing. But it wasn't like, huh?
It's like I think it's called. Never mind. I think I got the name was like kushikatsu or something like that. It's like the katsu on a stick type yakitori.
Kinda. I don't remember. It was like a bunch of different fried stuff on a stick,
Mm.
and then you dip it in a sauce.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, the thing, I'm glad that, because Ken and I were talking, and I was like, hey, I got like 3 friends with me, or I had 4 friends because Jess was with us, and he was like, okay, where do you think we should go? I'm like, dude, I think anywhere's fine as long as it's Japanese food. And then we were talking, like, we both agree that yakitori is like the easiest and like the best like Japanese experience for like dinner. To like just it's simple, but it's like it's really good. Because there's something about like getting yakitori in Japan that just is way different than if you were to get over here, anywhere here. Because the way they do it, I guess their technique and like you get the skewers there's this distinct like fire taste to it, like char taste. That makes it really good.
Carcinogens.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was not able to enjoy to the fullest. I had maybe like 1 or 2
Fair.
pieces and I died.
Yeah.
But that's like
They also had
there's one
horse.
thing that I was glad that you guys were able to experience. It was that.
Mm.
It was so good.
Yeah, I didn't get to try the horse though. That's what I wanted to try.
You were the only one that wanted to try that.
Well,
No, Jess
Jess
try
was
it.
down.
Jess was down.
Jess is
Yeah,
down.
but then it
Yeah.
just didn't happen.
It just didn't happen. Yeah,
Next
I
time,
kind of
next
kind of
time.
did the I'll do it if you do it. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
If anyone wants the travel itinerary template, yeah, ask T.
Ask T.
Yeah. T will give it to you.
That's pretty detailed actually.
It's very
I
detailed.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, amazing, immaculate.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What else do we have here in Japan? I guess that was pretty much it, right? Everything else was like a lot of
yeah, like because
shopping.
like we hit all the things that we wanted to, like Kinozawa.
Shimokitazawa.
Yeah,
Shimokitazawa. That was Tiff's main thing that she wanted to do.
I spent
Kubz
so
wanted
much
his
money.
uppies and slappies, and then for me it was Disney.
Oh,
I spent a lot
Disney.
of money in Shimokitazawa though.
Did
Surprise.
you have any
Really?
requests, Sepy?
No, I had
So
0
you just-
requests.
Oh,
Literally, I was so excited for this.
it's gorgeous.
Oh, the Disney Sea.
It was
Yeah.
just like the one thing I was like, I need a popcorn bucket really bad. So I got the tangled one.
I had 0
And then I got the
requests
little-
because, like, you know, I like it was definitely more so like whatever you guys want to do. Oh yeah, the tongs.
I just wanna
This
get
is
drunk.
my tongs for eating chips at my desk now.
So good.
Oh, bro, when we had strong zeros, I finally had a strong 0 in Japan. That shit hit like a truck. Like I was coasting. I think so me and Sepy went back home early. So we went to Disney Sea. I think Sepy and I went back a little bit early after the show was done. And then there
Yeah.
was fireworks. So Tiff and T stayed behind to go do that. And we got back to the hotel. We grabbed, was it creme brulee ice cream? I think it
Yeah.
was the creme brulee. Yeah, and then strong zeros. And I was kind of like, I think I was still kind of like decompressing and like kind of just putting things away and stuff like that. And then Sepy was already drinking and he's already maybe like halfway down his can. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta catch up. And this is the tall boys of the strong zero and it's mango. And I was like, I took a sip of it. I was like, oh, this is good. This is really good. And then I started chugging it to get to like halfway to like half a can. And I was like, yeah, it's not that bad. That's cool. And then maybe like 20 minutes later,
I'm
just like-
looking at it. I'm just like,
I've like just slouched over and just like I'm just like
And your hand was also up a little bit because of your drink.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just like,
I was just I think when you guys walked in,
Yeah.
I was just like
yeah, you're looking a little sassy with your drink, and I was like, damn, he's having a good time.
Okay,
I'm
so-
just so lax.
leading up to this, every night we went to the convenience store, and we got like just a can of a highball, right? It's like your 4% highball, 5%, right? And it's just like a lemon sour kind of drink. A strong zero. Okay, so like the Disney Sea that day was unfortunately very rainy and cold and windy, and we were wet and upset and happy at the same time. Like there were all sorts of emotions: cold, wet, uncomfortable, wet socks, mesmerized, happy, hungry. I don't know, long gyozas.
I think it was
the food in Disney Sea
Wasn't bad.
slapped.
Oh, yeah.
All the food
The
we
gyoza
had
dog was
slapped. The
fantastic.
gyoza dog we ate was really good. The shrimp bun we had was really good.
Oh yeah.
The fucking hamburger.
The
actual hamburger was
hamburger.
so funny.
Okay, so we ate at the Snuggly Duckling, which is Rapunzel's restaurant at Disney Sea, and we all got the Ebby burger, which was really good.
Mhm.
But then Kubz and Sepy also got, was it a hamburger or a cheeseburger?
It was a hamburger.
No, it was a hamburger.
It was a
Like literally, it was
hamburger.
a hamburger. But there was
So
an
it
emphasis
had the
on
regular
ham.
cheese, like it had the regular patty in it, but it also had this thick ass slice of ham in it.
It
It was like
Swear
a
to
slice
God,
of
it was a,
apparently-
ham.
it was a slice of bologna, like
Yeah,
like a thick. They literally took
it's
took
like
the
holiday
name.
ham. It was like holiday ham.
Yeah, they took the name of a hamburger and made it literal. It's
Really.
a burger with ham on it.
On top of it, I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, that's legit a half-inch cut of.
It was as
ham.
thick as the patty.
So, it might have been thicker than the
It
patty
might have been
itself.
thicker.
I was like,
And
holy shit,
we-
this is literally a hamburger.
We took a bite
Oh,
out of it.
boy.
I'm just like, I don't know what to think about this. Like, I don't know how to feel. I
took
didn't
my
finish it.
McDonald's, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
anyways,
was like, I paid too much for this.
yeah. Anyways, we were there from Disney Sea from like what we got there at like 8 a.m. or so,
Yeah.
and we stayed until 8 p.m., 9 p.m. or whatever. I don't know
You-
what.
You two stayed till like around.
Yeah,
8.
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
stayed till
Yeah.
like 10.
Mhm.
So Kubz and I, we went back early, about an hour early or so, and I'm like thinking, Kubz, I can't wait to go back home and take a hot shower
Oh,
and be in comfy
right.
clothes. And we're just like thinking about it, like, oh, we're so close. And then I said, you know what's gonna even make it even better? You haven't had a strong zero yet. After our shower, we're getting a fucking strong zero. Like you will understand the warmth and the coziness of tonight. And yeah, it's crazy. I don't usually take hot showers. The strong zero is a 9% alcohol, like pretty much like a highball. But yeah, we had the tall boys, so one can will get you fucked up.
I was zooming.
When you said you got to catch up and you finished like you chugged like half of it, I looked at you. I'm just like, oh boy, he's gonna feel this one.
I was like, oh shit. That crept up real quick. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. By the time we finished the can, we're just like, oh yeah. I'm just like, guys, I'm passing out. I'm gonna sleep like a baby.
Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah.
That was a good night. Name of it,
Uh-huh.
you know. And the shower. Oh,
Yep. Mhm.
shower.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
let's move on to Korea.
Oh yeah. We should probably move on.
That's funny because we were in Korea longer too, as well.
We
so.
were.
Yeah, we were in Korea
Yeah.
for a lot longer. But I guess yeah, we went to Korea. Kubz and I got there first. We could have iced Tiff and T, but you know, because we're
Yeah.
decent human beings and we have good, you know, we have a good sense of moral.
Yeah.
Like, you
Shut
know,
up, y'all just didn't think of it.
No.
no. We're good people.
We wanted to make sure you guys got there, you know, safe. You know, we're like making sure, you know,
Exactly,
updating.
yeah.
Make sure you guys weren't pissing off the taxi drivers. Everything like that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Context, me and Tiff had too much luggage for one of the taxis
Emphasis on
and
two.
got very, very upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I hadn't bought a new luggage yet by that point, so my stuff was everywhere. And then, yeah, it was just, yeah, too much luggage.
They weren't happy. with
Going to
them.
Korea too was really bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Mm,
flight attendants or the people doing the luggage, like were kind of like staring at us, like what the hell. But whatever.
They usually just assume that you're fine, but they weighed literally every single piece of our luggage because it looked that like stuffed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because they were like, it can't be more than 10. They weighed mine, it was 6.
Yeah, like,
it just looks fat.
you know why? It's probably because plushies and clothes.
It was all like literally, it was just all my little trinkets and souvenirs.
Yeah,
like
because
that's all
they're
it
not
was.
heavy. It just takes up so much space.
Yeah, but whatever. Anyways, Korea. First thing that me and Tiff did when we got to Korea, we did color analysis.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty cool. Yeah, we
Yeah,
spent
sure.
about an hour and a half with a consultant. And so initially, what did you think you were gonna be?
I honestly did autumn. I thought I was one of the autumn or winter, but I was leaning more towards winter because I just knew I was not a summer or spring because those colors don't really look good on me. But unfortunately, I brought a lot of my winter palettes too because I'm like, oh, I want to look more cool tone because it's like the weather and stuff like that. So she's like, none of this looks good on you. I'm like, that's crazy because that's all I brought. Thanks.
Yeah, so Tiff turns out she is a warm autumn. I thought I would be a warm autumn, and I am a cool winter, which is completely opposite. And I was just like, oh. And like, so one part of the consultation is they look through our makeup. Literally, mine and Tiff's makeup needs to be swapped.
Oh yeah, they
like all of our makeup. She was like, "Oh, this is warm, this is cool," and like it was like our opposite makeup for us, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
The thing is, I think we both said we both have warm and cool stuff at home, but I just brought all my cool stuff,
and I just brought warm stuff.
Meanwhile, Kubz and I were supposed to get drunk at the Han River, but then Kubz and I, we swapped places, and Kubz was feeling like absolute dog shit.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I lost my appetite for like it was like 4 days. That was like 4 days, like or at least 3 days. The fourth day, I was like I was starting to be able to like kind of like consume food. Yeah, but yeah, like the first day I got there, I was like, it was fine, and then for whatever reason, I just felt like shit. I'd like literally knocked out in bed for like the entire day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt really bad. Because the first few meals that we had in Korea, I was just like, he wasn't eating, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I think nonverbal. First day. I think it was the first full day, right? Yeah,
the first full day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first full day.
We went to get marinated crabs, like soy marinated crab, the first.
And Kubz didn't have a single one.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah. Would you have tried that if you were still okay?
Would I have tried it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it was fine. Yeah.
Then that night we had dak galbi, and he took like one bite of the pancake, and then he was like, "I'm done."
Yeah.
He didn't even try the dak galbi.
Yeah, he just did not eat the entire day. The next day, we were supposed to go to Busan, and we were supposed to take a KTX train down to Busan. By the way, T, you need to work on your fucking captioning on your stories. All right. Just because we're going down to Busan on a train does not mean that you should be captioning it train to Busan. All right. You are foreshadowing. That's not good. Okay. That's not how we want to go out.
It isn't how I go out.
It's so funny.
So it was really funny. So like on the way to Busan, I captioned my picture. I was like on my Insta story, I said train to Busan. Both Sepy and Kubz were like, what the hell? No. And then like on the way back, I didn't caption it, but like we went back to Seoul and it was snowing. And I was like, oh, we went to Busan on the train to Busan and we came back on Snowpiercer.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to work on your captioning skills.
It was intentional.
No. You just gotta work on your captioning skills.
It was like a funny, cute picture. It's like,
did you die? No.
Yeah.
Did you die? No.
I was ready for it though.
But yeah, and then, I mean, the first meal before going to Busan, we had budae-jjigae, which is like like the army based stew, like with like kimchi stew basically. And Kubz didn't eat that either. When Kubz's appetite came back was when we arrived at Busan. And we started off just drinking soju first.
Yeah.
On an empty
I think
stomach.
that's what it was.
It
And
wasn't
then,
even just soju. We were drinking somek. It wasn't just
oh
soju.
yeah, we just
That was
we
the first
just
thing that
we
drank.
did we you know, first shot is always a one shot. So I made Somek for everyone. I said, you know, we said cheers, and we just chugged the entire glass. And then Kubz had his appetite back, and he's just eating everything.
I don't know if it like actually came back, but it allowed me to like not be nauseous and actually eat and put down food. Because it was just like when I get like drunk, it was just like the only thing I wanted to do is just keep eating. So it kind of like allowed me to get some like food in my stomach. Because that whole entire time beforehand, I just did not have any like nutrients, nothing in my stomach whatsoever. I think the only thing I had was like coffee, Americano.
Yeah, that Americano, we thought it helped revive you because you got a lot more talkative and more active after that. But then after you took that nap, you came back and you were just like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, I just need to sleep. And stuff like that. Yeah, I ended up having to, it was just like it was almost like I just had like body fatigue. Because in Japan, we did a lot of walking. We didn't have any time.
Way more walking.
Yeah, we did way more. Because like if we did go back to the hotel and rest at all, it was only for like no more than 30, 45 minutes, and we were back out.
That's true.
Stuff again. Yeah. And so I think my body was just like, we're not used to this, so we need to like take a break. And so I think that's what happens is like really bad body fatigue, and then also like I got really like achy and sore and like that. Like I didn't feel like feverish or sick or anything like that, but it was just like the next couple of days, like it was just like I felt like I needed WD-40 for every single joint in my body. That's how bad it was. And so I was like, oh.
Well, that's the thing. Also, like, you know, it's your first time ever going to Korea and Japan. Like, so you you never really experienced that kind of walking. You know, for people, for us, like, you know, we've been to Japan, or I've been to, you know, Korea, Japan plenty of times. So I know what's in store for me. And the quick 30 to 45 minutes we were back in our hotel, that's why I took a power nap whenever I could. Well, also my stomach wasn't feeling great, but you know, but yeah, I'm just and like it was good that you got your appetite back pretty quickly, at least, like relatively.
Thank God for soju.
Yeah. And that was our first night that we got drunk.
Oh my God.
We weren't just drunk, we were wasted.
We were wasted. Yeah, we were like not even.
You know
like,
what's bad? When I took care of everyone that day.
That's the fact that Tiff
you did not take care of me. Excuse me.
I did. I woke you up because your contacts were gonna dry and infect your eyeballs. I was like,
nobody
Sepy,
fucking found me.
take out. I did that to you too. No, Kubz. I woke both you and Sepy up and said, go to bed and take out your contacts.
Okay, but Tiff, I did that every night.
Yeah,
I slept my contacts on every night.
You slept with your contacts on every night?
Yeah.
How are your corneas intact?
I don't know. Skill issue.
I feel like you're ripping off every time you like rip off a piece of your cornea. That's crazy.
Yeah. Our hotel in Busan was fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
I was so surprised. Like when we were going up to the hotel, like in the elevator music when they finally got, because it took us a little while for us to check in and then get into our apartment essentially. And we were going up the elevator and they were playing like a classical version of like Nuestra Dorma by Luciano Pavarotti. Like it was a very elegant classic. And then I was like looking at Sepy. I'm like, Sepy, where the fuck are we at? Like, what did you book?
Everyone's
what
like,
is this shit
Sepy,
so high
where
class?
did you book? Like, what is this?
I was like, dude, how much is this gonna cost us? And then like we get up there and the next thing you know, like this is how high we were going, like how high we were on the 63rd, 64th floor, one of those two. But it was so high to the point where you're going up the elevator and your ears started popping because you're going up so high in elevation. And that's how high it was for us. And it got up there and we're like sitting at the top from our view. You can look at other high-rise buildings and they were below us. And you could see everyone's heliport. They had like helipads and everything like that. You could see that we were like 2-3 stories more higher that we can clearly see like everyone's top of their building, which was insane. And I was just like, I was thinking the worst case scenario. I was like, dude, if something happens to us, we're fucked. We're so fucked.
Like, okay, so like to explain what our place was like, imagine like the fanciest hotel here in America, and like it's like VVIP presidential suite. And where we stayed was probably better than that.
Understatement.
Like, yeah, it was very roomy. We all had like pretty much our own room. I mean, Kubz and I shared a master bedroom, but yeah, that you know, we had like an entrance to our suite, like a separate entrance to an entrance to our suite. And while we were there, I knew I requested we get it like because we didn't have like a Korean phone number. I requested them to like bring us some like stuff for the next day ahead of time. And the guy comes and he rings our doorbell, and you know we have like a whole system of like being able to see outside and like whatever. And it's a fancy doorbell ring, like, and then I go out there, I open the door, and he goes, "Here's the stuff that you requested, it's all in bags, whatever." He gives it to me with two hands, 90-degree bow. I shit you not, 90-degree bow, and then like walks away. And he was like, if you need anything else, please contact us. I am your personal butler for the suite. I'm like, okay.
I was like, wow. Yeah, like I saw it from the camera, and even I saw that. I was like, damn, was that a full bow? I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh damn, dude. I was like,
yeah,
you don't see that too often. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, and then our bathroom.
Yeah, the toilets greet you, and there's RGB lights in some of the showers.
Yeah, our shower in the master bedroom had RGB lighting.
We had the rain shower,
The rain, oh, dude,
that rain shower was great.
Yeah. Wait, but all of this, and no shampoo and conditioner.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, there's no shampoo.
We had to pay for shampoo and conditioner. Oh yeah, that was our view.
State of the art refrigerator with recipes and TV screen on the refrigerator. No shampoo and conditioner. Pressure cooker. No shampoo and conditioner.
Flat screen TV in the bathtub.
No shampoo and conditioner.
No shampoo conditioner.
Air fryer.
Yeah.
No, none of that.
Nespresso.
Yeah.
With free coffee.
Yeah. No shampoo and conditioner.
Conditioner.
Yeah, shit was extra.
Yeah. But yeah, the master bedroom, we had our bidet. It senses when someone's walking in, so it opens up the toilet lid, which we thought was cool until one day I decided to blow it up, and Kubz goes in and just greets it.
Just greets me. I was like, ah!
The one time you do not want to be greeted by an automatic bidet.
Just fucking release the smell. I was like, God damn it. Top 10 anime portrayals right there. Just got me. I was like, oh my god.
That day we got plastered though.
It was the same day, wasn't it? Yeah. Plastered.
That day we got plastered. We all went because we had a bunch of soju while we were eating, and then we go back. Man. I buy 2 more bottles.
Oh.
Tiff tapped out early. T tapped out in the middle. Kubz and I finished the rest of it.
That's the only reason why I survived.
Yeah.
I saw those 2 bottles. I knew.
I'm sure Kubz, you and I probably had a good 2 to 3 bottles that night for ourselves.
Oh, we did 100%. Because we also had, how many bottles did we go through at the restaurant?
A good amount.
Like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah, a good amount.
Yeah,
but
we're fucking toasted.
We passed out, and we passed out, and somehow I don't remember how, but I woke up on the bed. Not on top of the blankets, not even changed. And then I wake up at like 4 a.m. I'm like, oh shit, where am I? Kubz walks out of the bathroom just like, oh, you're awake? He's like, I just woke up. I'm like, in the bathroom? 4 a.m. Kubz and I both wake up at the same time. Coincidence. Yeah. But this difference is I wake up on top of a bed. This guy wakes up in the shower.
I woke up in the shower.
He's staring at the rain shower. He's like lying down on the shower floor.
Yeah, like just flat on my back, just looking up. And I woke up and I looked up and I see my reflection. I was just like, where the fuck am I? I'm like looking at the ground. I was like, what is going on?
Oh god.
And then that's where I go into like the room, and I'm just like, Sepy's just like kind of like waking up too. It's just like, did you just wake up? He's like, yeah. I was like, what time is it? It's 4 a.m. What the fuck? Oh my god. And then I think T and Tiff were already gone at that point, or they were asleep. Yeah.
Yeah, I knocked the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah.
Everyone was worried about me though.
Oh yeah, you ended up throwing up.
I was like yakking.
Yeah, you yacked. Yeah.
Cause like for me, like if I drink heavily, I need to throw up. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel like shit the next day. And like I knew that, and I was like, I'm gonna go throw up. Like literally, I got up and like I literally just sat on the bathroom floor for like I want to say like maybe an hour. like just
Yeah.
like waiting it out, like
Yeah.
making sure like I got everything out. And like Tiff like eventually like I guess went to bed, and then like I think when she came back out, I was already gone, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
already went to my room.
I checked up on you like every 20 minutes to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
And then I laid down for a bit and I woke up and I checked in and I'm like, okay, she finally went to bed.
Yeah, I woke up at 8 a.m., showered, then went back to bed.
I think there was at one point, I think while you were yakking, like I came over to check up on you guys because you guys
Yeah.
were just missing, and I went over
Yeah.
and you were still yakking. I was like, I'm gonna walk away. I was like, I'm gonna walk away. I think that's where I started like watching Arcane.
Yeah.
Like I was just sitting there by myself, and then
No, Audrey, I did not run.
So like in Japan, we drink every night, but it was just like highballs, right? Like, you know, small, like, you know, like 5%. In Korea, I at least for myself, I know that I pretty much opened a bottle of soju every single night, with the exception of maybe 2 days because of like health, like 'cause I had to get a health checkup at a, you know, at like a doctor's place office. But every night was a bottle of soju at least. And
Every night.
that's
was
just
alcoholism.
but that's the thing. That's a daily life as a Korean, honestly. If you work in if you
Alcohol?
live in if you live and work in Korea, that's culture.
Yeah,
You are drinking
culture.
every day.
There's 4 things I realized Koreans love that I noticed is alcohol, soju, right? They love their nicotine. They love smoking. Like everywhere we went, at least especially in Hongdae, man, everybody was smoking. Yeah. They love what else is it? Nicotine, soju. What was the third thing?
Their haircuts.
No, it wasn't the haircuts. No.
I feel like I
the
saw a lot of
haircuts,
couples. Like
Yeah,
there's
that's one,
couples
yeah.
everywhere.
Yep.
I know, and then the one thing, it's like alcohol, soju, or alcohol, nicotine, or something else. But I was like, oh, they fucking love cheese, love
Yeah.
mozzarella. They love their fucking cheese in Korea.
Mhm.
Everything had cheese on it. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. So
Man.
I mean, what's crazy is that, you know, they say, like, you know how in America everyone's like, oh, like Asian people are very lactose intolerant, right? For me, I never understood that because in Korea, I've never heard of a lactose intolerant person in Korea. And that's because
They'll have
everyone
a
just
lot
eats
of
cheese
milk.
every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll have a lot of milk and cheese over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it is one of those things where if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
So
And
it's
that's why I say
literally
the
just
tolerance.
tolerate it.
Yeah. Yeah, you just tolerate it, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I would say I forgot my lactase. I'm lactose intolerant, and I ate whatever I wanted when I was on this trip, and I didn't have like a harsh reaction to much of the dairy there. So could also be quality in dairy too.
It could be.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was one where you guys. I think we got kind of gassy. Was the mochi though? The mochi got us gassy.
That got me. That got me.
Oh, I was
don't know
fine.
what it was, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that got me too because we were watching
Thank
Arcane.
God that we had our own toilets.
I was like, it just all of us. I was just.
No, we're watching Arcane, and I would run to my room just to fart because I didn't want to ruin the immersion.
Oh, that's why you walked away so many times.
I walked away so often. I'm like, damn, I need to start sitting on the outside because I keep running through the screen just to go take a little toot, you know?
And I'm just thinking, like, are you that bored of this show? Like, what the heck?
No, I
Are
just
you not
got into
entertained?
fart. No, it's so good. Let a girl toot, you know?
Oh my god.
So yeah, that mochi got me too.
Yeah, the
Me
mochi
just sitting, I'm
was
like,
good.
what's going on with everyone? Like, I'm good.
God.
You're like, why is it like smelly?
I mean, I was just sitting there. I just let it rip. I didn't walk away. I just let it rip right there.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
It was like concerning. I thought it would be loud.
Yeah. All the food that we had in Busan, you know, okay, so the first night when we got drunk was grilled seafood, like grilled clams and stuff. And you know, the abalussi, the moving abalussi.
I should call her.
Yeah. And then the next morning we went to like a market and we just had a bunch of food over there. Kubz and I, we drank the next morning.
Yeah.
I was like, nope.
Yeah. Kubz and I, we drank that next morning.
Wake up.
And then
drank.
and then had the best hot dog ever.
Oh, that was my favorite thing I ate.
Yeah, it's like
ever.
it's the
Burn your
fried
mouth or
dough
leaves you with
with
a blister?
yeah. So it's
Oh, wow.
fried dough and it's just honey inside with like seeds.
So good.
And yeah, you can't eat it without burning your tongue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was kind of hard for me too as well since I have facial hair, so it's some of it like kind of like stuck to my beard and everything. I was like,
Yeah. And then from Busan, we went up to a place called Gyeongju, which is very well known for like a lot of the history of Korea in like the early like 400 AD to like 800 AD, like the early centuries. The first thing that
that's
we
my
do,
favorite spot. My favorite spot.
the first thing that we do is we went there and we were passing by some like old looking structures, and it says Burger King on it.
This motherfucker.
and I pointed out, I'm like, hey, look at that Burger King. Cubs like, wow. It's an interesting Burger King structure. I'm like, yeah, you didn't know they had the Burger King actually originated in Korea in the Shilla Dynasty in 400 AD.
In the 4th century.
Yeah.
It's like, and there was a Starbucks too. Same thing.
The Koreans were the Burger King.
Oh my god, this is what General Yi was feeding. Yeah.
Yeah, so that T has the perfect picture. That's what it looked like, and I pointed it out. I'm like, hey, Kubz, you want a little history lesson? Burger King originated in Korea, but back then, they didn't have the Whopper.
Yeah, shit was. Yeah, I mean personally, I love Gyeongju just because like I like history and stuff like that, and so that was actually really like a cool era for me to be in and actually check it out and take a lot of pictures. And then I think on our way back to Seoul for the KTX, I think we had like this cheese bread with like the cheese pool. Like,
oh yeah,
oh man, that shit was good too. Oh
yeah, she was hella good.
Our dinner that night was Lotteria, and I'm still thinking about that freaking bulgogi burger.
Oh yeah,
I've been craving it so bad. I'm like, I can't get it here.
Yeah.
So Lotteria is basically a fast food joint, and you would think, why would you get fast food in Korea or whatever? But it's like I guess some people want to try the different McDonald's in Korea or Japan, but I just think it's like if you have other types of actual like ethnic foods planned for the dinner, you should eat that over fast food. But Lotteria is a Korean specific fast food joint that I think you should try. So but at the same time, the timing for me, because the next day I had to go to the doctor's.
Mm-hmm.
So
this man didn't let me try any Popeyes. They had Popeyes in Hongdae. Like I was like, this is Korean Louisiana fried chicken. I gotta try this. Didn't let me try it. Yeah, same thing. McDonald's didn't let me try it.
Next year.
Yeah, the only fast food place was Lotteria, and then technically, I mean, not in essence of like classical or not like old fast food. Like we had like Myeongdong noodles. Oh, the noodles in Myeongdong. Technically, like fast food because it was fast. Like me and Sepy went there and we sat down. We were finished within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it was fast. Like you go in, order. By the time we sat down on our table, they had bowls of like soup order waiting for us, and then we like scarfed it down in like 10 minutes, and then we were out. Yeah.
Yep. So, what was it? After that, yeah, we kind of just did some shopping, I guess, right? And then we got back to Seoul. It was snowing. It was pretty damn early, but it was a lot of snow actually.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Yeah,
it was.
It was so pretty though. That first night, it was really pretty.
Yeah.
And then
make sure you guys go watch her dance challenge. First snow. Yeah. She breaking it down. She almost broke her ankles.
Yeah, that part I was like sliding a little bit on the ice, and I'm like,
that, and then there was a lot.
Yeah.
So I spent a decent amount of money in Korea. Like,
Afterwards, we did the good old tourist thing where we went to the palace. Because I mean that's something that I think Kubz really wanted to check out for the history part of it, but it seems like T and Tiff were getting more of an experience out of it, where they got into the hanbok and stuff, and they rented out like the Korean traditional dresses, and I'm like talking to Kubz, I'm like, we're not doing that. One, because it's really cold outside, and then they're like, oh yeah, but we're gonna do it. We're still gonna be wearing stuff, clothes in the inside. I'm like, Kubz, I bet you they're gonna still be cold.
Well, we were.
We're free.
By the time
it was still fun.
Yeah.
No, but we look so cute.
By the time they got
Yeah.
out, we're walking towards the palace, and they're just like shivering, doing this, and me and Kubz walking behind. We're laughing at them. I'm just like, I told you they were gonna be cold.
Dude, my hands were like red. It was so bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
I was like holding onto my camera.
Yeah.
I was holding onto my camera. It has a metal frame as well. So holding my camera in the cold with the metal frame, I was just like, oh, my hands was like crippled, like literally. Oh, it's like rigor mortis at that point. It was just stuck.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's a good experience for a lot of foreigners and tourists too. We went at the perfect time where they were doing the royal guard changing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah, and then afterwards, I took them to some Korean barbecue, the beef Korean barbecue, and then to T's a bucket list cafe with the strawberry souffle and all that stuff. Koreans are really fucking good at cafes.
They really
I don't know what the fuck it
They
is.
are.
Like all the cafes I went to in Korea, they were all like, not all of them were like super super fancy, but they were all very cute, and they were like all the coffee and treats, desserts and stuff were really good. Because like even like I was like skeptical like how good. So we went to Donghae from Super Junior's cafe. I was kind of skeptical of how the quality of the food would be because it is an idol's cafe. But Sepy got the cheesecake on a whim, and he was just like the
good.
first bite. He was just like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
it was good.
It was
not
actually
too
really
sweet.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
Usually
good.
cheesecake has a very sweet taste to it, but this one was not. Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, so like I took them to like 2 cafes where I was like, it's because of who owned it is more why I went. So there's that one, and then we went to Castanello, Sicily, which is owned by Jinsuk from Singles Inferno 3. But that cafe was good too, though. That was actually a really good cafe too. Because that banana tiramisu, that was a really good cake.
It was so good. It was so pretty. Like
Yeah, that was a really cute cafe too, though.
It's funny because after you two left, it was just me and Sepy.
Yeah.
Like all the places that we went to for like cafes and everything like that were just normal as shit.
Normal, just like we're just
Just
like
nothing, yeah,
it's just a
just like,
coffee
no.
store. Just sit down.
Yeah. So they just sit down. Some of them had kiosks and everything like that. And so
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. So I was like, oh, yeah, where's Team we need her again?
Right? We're just like, oh, we should find a cafe. I'm like, actually, the one cafe we did go to though was pretty cool.
Which one?
The one where we were doing some work.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I went back there the next day.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, that was actually really cool.
Yeah. But
oh yeah, and I was gonna say, T, they actually had beans there. The cafe that me and Sepy went to.
Shut up!
Yeah,
I
they
kept
did.
trying to
They
find
did.
coffee beans, and every
Yeah.
single cafe we went to did not have coffee beans.
They
And I'm
actually
just
had their own beans there.
yeah,
I was
that's
like,
because
oh,
you only
damn.
wanted to find the cafes that were owned by idols.
Idols. Yeah, this one was a local.
No, but that wasn't all of them. That I was like, there was other ones on my list that I wanted to go to, but we ended up not going to any of them.
Mm.
But
like some
There
of
was
the
another
cafes we just
restaurant, too.
randomly ran into. We just walked in. And
yeah, like the one we
we
went to uni. That one,
Mhm.
I didn't. Did they have coffee beans there? I don't even
I
remember.
don't think
think
so.
so.
I think there's
And
one
that one
we
that one was
randomly
more
ran into
coffee
spot.
based too, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
But-
there was
oh, well.
another restaurant that we went to for breakfast. The Ajima there, she was like, "Oh, you guys are American? Should have told me." It's like we could give you like free stuff, like she would have.
She was like,
her
her she was like bragging about like her son, like in a cute way too. Like it's like, oh, my son's in America. You know, he was working at this place, and then now he got scouted by NVIDIA, so he's working there, and
Yeah.
he's getting, I think he's married and whatever. And he sends me money and stuff. I'm just like, oh, your son must make really good money. Like, congratulations for you. And she was just like, yeah, you should have told me you were from America. We would have given you service. We were giving you extra food. I'm just like, oh, no, we'll come again next time. Yeah.
Aw,
That's cute.
She was so sweet. Like probably the sweetest person that I met on the entire trip in Korea, at least. Yeah.
Sweeter than the Japanese salesman that.
Yes. Yeah, because she had like such a warm motherly vibe to her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, as she
Other
was
guy,
serving us the
fuck that
food, she
guy.
was just like, as she was serving us the food, she was just like, because she looks at Kubz and like, oh, you know, this cut scissor, eat this like this, and then she was like trying to take care of you.
Yeah, and it was so I
That's
appreciate it so
cute.
much. Yeah, it was I felt at home at that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
corner.
I wanted to talk about one of the nights that we went out and we had fried chicken. Right?
Wait,
We had the Korean
What
fried
about it?
chicken. No. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here. Anyone that's in California that says that Korean fried chicken is good, you are completely wrong.
Oh, those are some fighting
Yeah.
words.
Fighting
Oh,
words.
shit.
Anyone that says that Korean fried chicken in SoCal is good, you are completely wrong. It is mid at best. New Jersey does it better because it's the closest you'll get to Korean fried chicken in Korea. The Korean fried chicken that we had over there, that's pretty much what it's like in New Jersey.
Wow.
Good.
All right,
really good.
there's my claim. Those are my fighting words right there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He hasn't. I don't know. Like, I guess you got to try the Korean fried chicken in the Northwest. I mean, I'm saying it's pretty damn good up here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've tried both. California and New Jersey. Like I lived in California for a bit, so like.
All right.
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 I've had a fair amount of time to evaluate both, and I've clearly had Korean fried chicken in Korea. So, and not. I mean, you also understand the importance of chicken does not go alone now. It's always with beer.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Shit was good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, another thing that goes well with chicken. I don't know if you guys know this. Moscato. Try it. Just try it. Some fried chicken and Moscato. I don't know what it is, but it works. Yeah. Don't believe me? Just try it. Take one. Yeah.
Or soju.
Soju, but I'm saying Moscato. God, I didn't believe it at first, but I was like, damn, this is good. This pairs well. Even works really well with Popeye's chicken.
Wow.
Kubz still salty about the Popeye's chicken I didn't let him have.
Man, I was so curious, man. I was just like, how do they do this?
So like before the trip started, when Sepy was in the lounge, was it in Jersey or was it
JFK?
in
New York.
Yeah, so he actually bumped into somebody.
Oh yeah. I bumped into a famous rapper.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was his story. Like he got to bump into a famous rapper at a lounge. But me and Kubz have another story of something that happened with us.
Oh, we do. Right. Oh
my
about
god.
This. That shit was cool.
So me and Kubz, we're big T1 fans. So we went to the T1 base camp. And then we're like, okay, we're gonna go to the headquarters too to see the merch that they have there. So we went there. I only bought something because like the stuff that we wanted, they were out of stock there. So we had to go back to T1 base camp, which was close to our Airbnb. So it was perfectly fine. But we were like, when we were walking outside, we were just like, wait, Gen G's headquarters is nearby too. Let's go around the block and look at it. So we went around the block and we were taking a picture of the building and we were just like, oh, there's a cafe too. But I was just like, but dang, I have this big ass T1 bag. I can't go in there right now. Like,
I was like, we can't do that.
It was like a big T1 bag. It was like this big, I want to say. And then all of a sudden Kubz goes, wait, that's them. And I was like, wait, what? I turn around. You literally see the team walking into the cafe. Like the glass is kind of frosted, so we couldn't really see like too clearly. And we're just like trying to figure out like which members it was. And like Kubz could make out, I think, Canyon.
Canyon
and Ruler. I think you did see Ruler.
I saw them, yeah. I saw Ruler, yeah.
And then we're like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, but like we can't go because I have this freaking big ass T1 bag. It's like, okay, whatever. So we're like, okay, that's cool. Let's just go. So we started walking away. And as we were walking down this alleyway, we see someone running towards us in a white Gen G jacket. And we're just like, Kubz is like not making eye contact, just walking. And I straight up stare. I straight up stared. And then, like as he walked by or ran by us, as soon as he passed us, we both snapped our heads back and we just see Chovy.
Yeah, it was Chovy that ran past us. Yeah.
Like literally as soon as he walked into the cafe, I turned around and I just started slapping Kubz and we're just like freaking out. We're like, what did we just see? We freaking just saw Chovy.
Yeah,
he's tall.
He's 6 feet. Yeah, I didn't realize Chovy was 6 feet.
I mean, the crazy thing is that like in Korea, like all those places, like their HQs, they're not isolated like the way you would think, like in LA esports and whatnot. Like Kubz and I literally, as we were like walking by, we passed by a DRX building in Hongdae, and we just saw like the players inside like playing Like,
yeah, the DRX player. I was like, oh shit. I was like, it's in Hongdae? I was like, oh,
it's
damn.
right by all the clubs.
I was like, my favorite Tekken player. I was like, is Nee in there? Is he in there?
He probably is.
Probably was, yeah. So that was cool. That was our like celebrity
Nice.
that we saw we saw Genji.
We were freaking out the rest of the night from that.
Yeah, I was like there's
we
no
were
way.
extremely excited.
It was just such a random side quest. We were just like, huh? Just like, I was like, oh my god, we saw them. Yeah, the way I figured, because I thought it was like staff members at first. I thought it was maybe like, I don't know, like they were just part of the company or something. But then I saw like because some of them were wearing like jackets too as well. But then they were wearing all together the same uniform and everything like that. I was like, I don't think the staff wears that. And then next thing you know, like I walk closer, and then Canyon, like their main jungler, he has a specific walk and like a posture when he walks, and I was just like, that's him. That's totally him. And then started walking. Sure enough, like I saw the back of his jacket. I was like, that was Canyon. Oh my shit. This guy's the scariest dude, but he's the cutest person at the same time. He's adorable, but he's so scary in the jungle. But I was like, yeah, I don't think any of them was Chovy. And then that's where we heard like something running around the corner. You hear like like those tracksuits and everything. You hear the shuffle up.
Yeah.
Like that little shuffling on the jackets and stuff like that. And then we turned and I was like, there's no way. And then it's like, say that's where Tina would just like snap her head. I'm just like, oh, that was Chovy. Yeah. That was fun though.
Yeah, but that's you'd be surprised at how easy it is to bump into like famous people in Korea, like including like actors, actresses, and like even idols too. Most of the time, if you see like a very fashionable person or like someone that you think might look pretty but you can't see their faces at all, they're wearing a cap and they have a mask. Most of the time, there's someone famous.
Right, makes sense.
Most likely.
Yeah,
because that's not. I mean, my cousin's a K-pop idol as well. Whenever she travels, and even if she goes out with her dad, my uncle, she will always have a cap and have a mask, and yet there are still people who can recognize them, which is crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, oh sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, fuck U.S. healthcare.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I had my health checkup in Korea. I had a VIP treatment and everything, and it was great. I had a 12-step. No, Christian, we're not talking about the Mario Brothers.
Oh no! Oh no!
So I went to a health checkup, got it scheduled and everything. I had like a VIP treatment where I had my own private room to change into like medical clothes, like the gowns and whatnot. And you know, you walk around the entire like office, like it's a big floor, and you're in slippers. They give you a little wristband with an RFID tag on it, and then they give you a clipboard. It's like 12 different kinds of medical examinations, and there's a hallway. It's all numbered 1 through 12, and then everyone's getting their checkup done, but you're scanning on an empty place, and they said, okay, come in here, we'll do your checkup here. Okay, you're done. Here's the stuff, information on checkboard, on the clipboard. Take this, go to room number 7, scan your wristband over there, and then, wait to go in. There was no waiting whatsoever. My entire health checkup took 3 to 4 hours, and I got my blood test done. I got my physical check done, my entire body. I got my, urine test done. I got a chest x-ray. I got an ultrasound on my entire abdomen area. I got an electrocardiography. I had audio test, vision test, and other I forgot what it was, but some other test. And then I had a gastroscopy done where they sedated me and put a tube down my throat and checked out the upper part of my stomach. All in 3 or 4 hours, for a cost of $350 US. The chest x-ray alone would have been $2,000 with insurance back here in America. And I got results. I got partial results on the same day. And I got full report results in 1 week. Like a 20-page PDF report. That's literally showed all of my results and numbers and everything. Oh yeah, they also called me obese.
That too.
Oh.
Yeah. The first thing on the first page, it says, we recommend you lose 10 kilograms of weight. And it says obesity, gives a definition of it. And then says, this is what you should do to reduce your
This is
your
my
weight.
frame
I'm just
weight.
like,
American.
I was like, all right. Well, okay.
Yeah, I think for me, I got 2 pairs of glasses, super cheap. Like, this shit was literally just it was a walk up, like a walk up thing. I literally just walked up. And, they had us do my like examination. Yeah, like examination, like eye exam, everything. Like the pairs of glasses. Like essentially, if I would have got like the bare essential, everything, it was like $80 USD. No insurance, nothing needed, anything like that. Versus in America, that would have been at least like $200-300, and then like with insurance and everything like that. But like for me, I also had since my vision was I got bottle cap vision, so I could see into the future basically with how strong my prescriptions are. So I was like, I think I was like almost at -7 now or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's bad. But yeah, they shave it down. So, but that would have been done within 30 minutes essentially. But I had to nerf one of my glasses, that pair. So I have one with blue tint, and then I asked for one without blue tint. So that one we had to wait a couple of days because they didn't have that on hand for whatever reason. Not for whatever reason, but they just didn't have it. Because usually people get with the blue tint and everything like that, but
The blue light blocking. Yeah.
with the blue light, the blue light blocker and everything like that. So I use one for like editing and stuff like that. So, but yeah, and then that total for 2 pairs together was less than $200. It was like 100, 150, 160 USD versus here in America. Even with insurance, I would have been paying $300-400. It was
Yeah.
like,
It's
oh my
crazy
God.
because like, we were who did we send off?
We sent that Tiff.
Yeah, we sent off Tiff. Yeah, we sent off
Yeah.
Tiff. And then at a certain point, we're just like Kubz and I were staying around, and I'm like, hey Kubz, you want to get glasses? He was like, right now? I'm like, yeah, we can just walk in and just do it.
Oh yeah,
Get
you
it,
sent both of us off.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah, because
right.
so when y'all did that, me and Tiff went to go get skincare.
Oh
right.
yeah,
Awesome.
we'll talk about those prices.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! So Tiff's treatment, how much was yours?
Yeah, so I got something called a pico laser, so it takes care of dark spots. It's $35 US. In America, it's $400 for the same thing, one session. And you're supposed to get 6 to 10 sessions. So it could go up to like $4,000 if you get 10 sessions in America.
That's nuts, dude.
But like 10 sessions in Korea is $350.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And then for me, I actually did 2 sessions. The first session was at the same time as Tiff. I did a Lala peel, and then a Lala peel facial, and then the Capri laser. So the Lala peel, it was like just to like moisturize and like clean my face and like get rid of dead skin. And then the Capri laser, it's supposed to help kill the sebaceous glands in your skin to help get rid of acne. And that was, I believe, about a little bit over $100 together.
Mm.
And usually a facial alone would be $100 to $150. And then my second session, which I did right before I left to go onto the airplane, I did the secret laser treatment, which is a laser treatment combined with microneedling. And that was, I believe, like $80. Whereas here, microneedling alone with a Groupon is like $180.
Yeesh.
So that just, the difference, like literally a facial and 2 laser treatments, including a microneedling, like combined in it, less than $200.
Yep.
That's not normal in the US at all.
And this is where we keep on saying America could never.
America never. America
Could
would
never.
never. Yeah. And then
I'm
it's
like,
like
this
damn.
close to booking a flight just to get more.
I should have done
facial
my
treatments.
I should have done my chem peel over there.
Yeah.
I should have
I
done it
told
there.
you should have just booked it with me.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like you could just it was that quick, I didn't know.
Yeah, it was very
So,
quick.
Yeah. I just didn't know if my face was gonna be peeling for the rest of the week. So
It is cheaper to fly there, Jay.
Yeah, so like
Mhm.
mine, it was like I had, so when I walked out and I saw the boys again, Like my face was so
Just swollen.
inflamed.
Yeah.
So like
And
I was
like,
doing
"Damn,
stories where like when Tiff left, I recorded her. We were waving goodbye. You saw Tiff, and I had the whole like time to say goodbye track playing and everything,
Mm.
and we're waving her off. For T, I'm just like, T, I'll just record your taxi going away.
Yeah.
I'm like,
because
my face was
I'll do you a
so bad,
favor.
like-
I'm not gonna record your face. Just
Because like it looked like I like pressed like a screen door against my face.
Yeah.
Because like
it
there was like
was, yeah.
dots everywhere.
Pretty
Because like they
much.
literally poked
Yeah.
needles everywhere, and
I think
then
when
it was
we-
super inflamed and swollen.
Yeah, when we walked up to like meet back up with T and like saw her, I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh damn.
we look at her face. We're like, oh,
So
you
that's
gotta
what
go
they
fly
did.
back now.
Yeah.
Swear to God, it looked like
Like
they took
literally,
like a
I'm like
brick
one of
and
those girls that they talk about that like does facials and they get on the plane and their face is just like super swollen.
It looks
Have
like
you
you
guys
took a
noticed any
brick and like just grated it on your face.
It was
you
pretty
guys-
bad.
Have you guys noticed any improvements after like doing your treatments?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
I actually saw day of like my scars. I have a lot of acne scars and then like some hyperpigmentation on my cheeks. It was pretty faded. So I'm like, imagine if I got even just like 2 more or 3 more treatments.
Time to go back.
Yeah.
My face does seem a little bit smoother.
Mm.
But like when I did get back, I did break out a little bit, and I'm questioning if I wasn't sure if it was the water quality comparative to here to Asia, or if it was me switching cleansers again. Because the cleanser I used in Asia was like a sample that I had gotten, and I was like, okay, maybe I should swap to that again. And I've been using what I use in Asia, and my face has been clearing up, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should swap. So it might just be my cleanser, to be honest.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I do feel like my face has the texture at least has gone down. Some of my dark spots has gotten slightly lighter. So it did help me. I just wish I could have more access to it because
Yeah.
over here it's gonna cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah,
America
I
would
think-
never.
America
One
never.
regret that we have is like we should have done it in the beginning, so then we can do
and
it
then again at
again
the end.
once in the end.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been able
'Cause,
to
like
drink.
they allow like 1 week like intervals.
My laser was fine because it was just very surface level, so I'd be okay. I guess with microneedling it might be like a little crazy.
Well, the microneedling, I'm glad I didn't do it that night that we first went, and that
Yeah.
I waited right before I got into the plane because I would have been looking a mess
Yeah.
the rest
well,
of
La-
like, the last
laser
few
and
days.
peel.
and you wouldn't have been able to drink.
Yeah, that too.
That's
I
the
was
more
supposed to get
important
Botox and I didn't do it too because I was
Yeah.
gonna do jaw Botox for my TMJ problems, but I ended up not doing it because I didn't know which Botox to get.
Yeah, Botox is like $20.
So
Yeah,
cheap.
Yeah, everyone in Korea
You can
does it.
get a meal.
Everyone in Korea does it. There's no one who doesn't do it. Like I was considering like getting like a shot done, but what's it? What
You,
was I gonna say?
you talked yourself out of it.
Yeah, I did. I was gonna say, when I was younger, actually, I used to have like, I don't know if you guys can tell, I used to have a mole over here on the top of my mouth, like lip.
I wanted to do mole removal.
It was like a pretty big mole here, and I've had it like all my life, all the way until like college. I went to Korea, and one day I'm just like, I just want to get it removed because like it's a mole that's like raised and it gets away in the way of shaving too. So I went to them and I said, I just want this removed, and they did it in 2 sessions, and it's just gone now.
2 sessions.
yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. America could never.
America could never. Also, I trust
Yeah.
Koreans more with skin related stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just like small things for East Asia as well that I miss. The little
What are
towels.
I was gonna
Hand
ask
towels.
the hand towels, man.
Yep.
what
I
is
went to the
something
restaurant. Oh,
that
yeah.
everyone misses the most?
I
Societal
miss-
decency.
Yeah, societal decency. That's that. And then, I want to say the toilet at Sepy's apartment. That shit was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
The seats it's a heated seat and the water is warm when it sprays you down. Not only that, it had a blow dryer in it as
Oh,
well.
it's one of
So
those
it's
bidets.
it's blow drying your tush at the same time. I was
Yep.
like, oh my god, this is fantastic. I could just say it
Actually,
for
Costco has one of those in stores right now. My dad just got like
Yeah, but that's
a
like
day
not
from
normal
Costco.
and like
That's true, but they have it at Costco,
yeah.
and it has a dryer in
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah, but I do miss the hand towels as well. Like
Mhm.
I went to my first restaurant since being back in America, and I was like, "Where's the fucking hand towel? Oh, they don't do that here." Sucks, man. I hate it here.
The moment I got back, like, cause I'm so used, I got so used to like, you know, just paying in Korea.
Yeah.
The moment I got back, I went to another Korean restaurant because I'm just like, I'm not gonna make the same mistake as last time and just get like fucking Wendy's and shit and like, just yak everything out. So I went to a Korean restaurant, and after I finished eating, I got up and they're like, my friends were like, "Are you not gonna pay?" I'm like, "Oh, right, you got to ask for the check here."
Yeah.
Because in Korea, you once you're done eating, you get up from your seat and you go to the register and you pay there, then you leave.
Mhm. Yeah. That was like
one of my first meals back home, I went out to eat, and like as we were leaving, it's been so ingrained in me for the past like 2.5 weeks when I was in Asia to turn around and say something to the staff. So I was literally turning around about to say 감사합니다 like before we left, and I was like, I am in a Thai restaurant in the US right now. I am not about to say thank you in Korean.
That sounds like it could. Out of context, that sounds like a microaggression.
But I was just like, oh my god, I cannot believe I almost did that. Like that would have been so embarrassing.
Oh yeah. Another thing too, like going to cafes now again. I'm just like, I think the first cafe I went to came back, and I was like, oh fuck, I was supposed to tip. God damn it.
Oh, tipping.
yeah.
Tipping, tip culture is back. I'm like, no, okay, we do
Tip
tipping
culture is
culture.
back.
Yeah, nobody tips. You don't tip in Asia. Yeah, you don't tip there.
I miss the conversion rate and being like, oh, it's not as
Yeah.
expensive as I think it is, but now
Oh,
the
yeah.
price is the price. I can't convince myself to buy something because, like, oh, the conversion rate, like, it's cheaper than that, you know?
Mhm.
And it was I subconsciously stand to the right on escalators now. I just do it. Yeah, I just stand.
Yeah.
And I see people just standing on the left side. I'm like, you fucking knave. Just indecency. Yeah. Yeah, there's like some
I think
small things.
I miss the convenience stores. It's just so easy to grab whatever you need right before.
Yeah. I haven't stepped into any convenience store in America yet, and I don't want to.
I don't want
I
to.
usually
I
don't
don't
go
wanna
to
be
convenience
disappointed.
stores. I don't
It's
go to
just-
convenience stores here.
Yeah, America. Yeah.
I do
No,
miss
I never go to convenience stores here.
Saying,
But I also miss how easy it is to like ask for like waiters like at restaurants, because like I was at a restaurant yesterday and I was at a Korean barbecue restaurant, and it was so hard to get the staff's attention because they were running around being busy and they weren't really looking, and I can't just be like sumimasen or like
Tokyo.
yeah
저기요,
저기요, like I
저기요.
couldn't do that, and I'm just like
Well, I mean, honestly, if you go to a Korean restaurant, you really could. It's the culture. That
no, but,
culture
like,
is still
they
the
were
same.
like literally like I like even if like I was like trying to get their attention, they were not looking. Like it wasn't as they weren't like as like they were so busy that it was just like
I'll just scream
not-
Tokyo. They'll come. They'll come. And then, but then they're gonna expect you to speak in Korean though. That's the problem.
Great, yeah.
no, but this one was like the staff wasn't all Korean, so it wouldn't have been.
Okay.
They would have been like, "What the hell are you saying?" If I said Chogyo.
Yeah.
But
I think
yeah,
convenience stores in like Korea, it's probably the only place. Well, not in Korea, but like Asia, only place that you can probably buy like off-white socks right there. Like I got my off-white socks from Nice to see you. Yeah, my off-whites. Yeah, off-white socks, brother. Only place that you do it.
Yeah, I remember it was Kubz and I were just like we were walking around Myeongdong like on our last couple days. It was on a weekday. It was early, so it wasn't as crowded. And it just started just raining. We're like, oh shit! And where's the nearest convenience store?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, okay. We both bought an umbrella for like $2 and just like, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah. This is umbrella on the ready. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh man, what a day, dude. I miss
Yeah,
it.
yeah. As LA says, Americans could just use a little bit of shame once in a while. Completely agree. Completely agree. America is just too
Agreed.
shameless.
Yeah.
They're too shameless with everything.
It was weird coming back to America too. It was just like hearing like side conversations. I was
Yeah.
like, I can understand you.
I don't need subtitles.
It's English. It's like-
Koreans and Japanese are so scared of shame. They hate shame. that they don't want to do anything wrong to bother society. So if you think about it, America is very individualistic and very freedom based. Japan is very, very society, like, like emphasis on society. Korea is probably a little bit closer to the society, but also has a bit more individual, like, kind of freedom than Japan does. Because there's sometimes when Koreans don't give a fuck. So that's why, after a Japan trip, when we flew to Korea, you guys were so used to being very, like, respectful and scared of doing something wrong. The moment we landed in Korea, I was like, guys, just, you can be a little bit more lax here in Korea. Like, we don't give a fuck here. You guys are trying, like, to be very respectful, and I think for Kubz, you said that one of your fears is, like, doing something disrespectful by, like, unintentionally. Yeah. But in Korea, just like, they don't give a fuck here, man.
Yeah, speed easy. Oh yeah, I had one racial interaction in Korea. That was it, just the one. Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah, I forgot what he said to you.
Yeah, he was America.
Oh,
another thing that happened. I left them for not even a day, and they get stranded.
Martial law.
Stranded.
All right.
Oh yeah,
that shit was funny.
Yeah. So
we were just drinking too.
We were drinking at Hongdae. It was like 12 a.m. and then I get a phone call from my mom. My mom is like telling me the news. I'm like, oh, I saw the news. Korea's under martial law. I'm like, we should probably go home. And then we get on the subway, but it only stopped at like 2 stations away, and it was the last train. There were no more subway like trains going. We get out, we're like looking for cabs. Couldn't call a cab and couldn't find a cab. And then we stopped a couple of taxis. They're like, "Are you going there?" They're like, "No, we're not." Just like they just drive away. Everyone's trying to go home because it's martial law. And then finally, one taxi finds us, and then I'm like, "Please, are you going here?" And he's like, "Just get in." I'm like, "Okay." And the guy's like, "Can I turn the news on?" I'm like, "Absolutely, go ahead." And we're just listening to the entire. Well, I'm listening to the entire news, like about like how the president's an idiot. And yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So we were kind of stranded a little bit, but
a little bit, not completely, but just a little bit. So
yeah, Korea.
I think it's just funny to how everyone in America, like, people were like pinging us, saying we're okay, and yada yada, stuff like that.
Yeah, like literally, I was in the air when it happened, and whenever I landed, I just got a bunch of messages. Hey, have you left yet? And I was like, yeah, why? What happened? I saw it. I was like, "Oh, okay."
And while we're over there, we're just like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Yeah, but I guess that's pretty much really that sums up the Asia trip. Did I miss anything? Did we miss anything, guys?
I don't know if we missed anything.
I mean,
I think when we went solo, it was super chill and casual when it was just me and Sepy. Yeah, at that point.
I think we hit most of the points that we did.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of alcoholism, a lot of steps, and a lot of spending money.
Quick question: have y'all completely recovered from your jet lag?
No.
Nope.
I'm good.
You saw how I was before the stream started. Kubz was on his way home. I passed out on my chair for about an hour.
Yeah.
It's been almost 2 weeks for me. I'm still jet lagged.
No, yeah, I'm with you as well. So I haven't slept yet since yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've been sleeping 12 hours.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I took a nap. That's about it. But yeah, I had Friendsgiving last night, and then I haven't slept. So
yeah, the jet lag's always because like when you're flying out west, it's actually your jet lag's fine because you're skipping a day ahead pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's always when you fly back east or when you are flying in the eastern direction, that's when it's harder for you to recover on the jet lag. Yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, the jet lag for me usually, because I go to Korea, Japan every year. It usually takes me about like 2 weeks on average for me to recover on my jet lag. So it's quite normal. Anything more than 2 or 3 weeks, you got to try a little harder at that point.
Yeah,
If it's like if it's past 3 weeks, you should probably try a little harder to get your sleep discipline going.
I didn't think it'd be that bad, but yeah, it's been kind of rough. So
Yeah.
My first day though, jet lag, it was so bad. So like I actually met up Audrey in Vancouver for a day because I had a layover there. And literally like she was driving and I got so tired that I was talking to her and then like I was trying to explain something to her. And I was like closing my eyes, imagining it in my head, and I started physically pointing it out to her. And like I was like pointing at the dashboard and she was like, what are you pointing at? I was just like, I woke up, I was like, oh God, what did I just do? So like I was like struggling that first day. Like it was bad. I've never been so jet lagged in my life. Like that was like, yeah, Audrey had fun with that. I didn't because I was just like, oh gosh. Like I was fine until we were trying to find somewhere to like eat dinner for the day, and like yeah, that was when it hit me, and I was like, oh no.
The post-trip depression is so weird, so real though.
Yeah, that sucks too. This past like the other day, I was like looking up flights for Korea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, the last few I was still on the trip and I was already reminiscing the trip that I'm gonna
Not
leave
you
soon.
reminiscing about the trip that you're still on.
Remember in Japan when this happened? And you're
I'm
like, that was a week ago, Tiff. I was like,
we're still on the trip.
Such a good time.
Yeah. I think though, what helps me a little bit is like just thinking about reality. Is a lot of people have like that post trip depression, but if you really think about it, a lot of people will like experience that and be like, I want to move to Korea, I want to move to Japan, and we had fun because we were on vacation, we were with friends. I think a part of me in Korea when I was with my family and stuff, and like it was just me and Kubz, I realized that if I did not have friends with me and I moved here, I would be doing nothing different than if I was at home, because everyone in Korea is working. Like all my friends are working. I don't see them except for weekends. Like I'm on my own. I'm gonna be working. I'm doing work. It's just things are just cheaper in Korea. But I think we just have so much fun while we're with friends because we're all on vacation together that it makes us miss it even more because of all the like good memories and all the good times that we have. So that kind of helps me just like set in like just knowing that what the reality would actually be like if I were to move to Korea.
Yeah.
Helps me to be a little bit less depressed here in America.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
It's
I
also crazy because we're all from different corners of the US. So, being able to meet up in another country, that was amazing. That was so fun.
That was fun.
It was.
Man, so.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in Korea for a year at one point, and it was pretty miserable. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was working every day too. It was pretty miserable. Like it was fun for the first month because like, new country. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna do all this, and then it's just mundane life. I'm like, I'm working every day, 9 to 5. I'm commuting. Weekends, I want to hang out and do stuff, but I just want to rest. So.
Yeah, I think it's just having that shared experience with each other, everything like that, and just creating all the different memories and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, I think for all of us, we have all different memories that we're probably going to remember for core memories and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Good times.
Oh, I miss it.
Yeah.
Going back.
Right.
Yeah, fucking dude.
Yeah. Well, I think that pretty much sums everything up. Unless anyone wanted to provide any more input.
Yeah, I did. One last input is, so Sepy and I, on the last day, we took the train to the airport. Right? Yeah, we took the airport, right? And so I was one stop before him. So he was at Terminal 2. I was at Terminal 1. And I got off the train. I said, I love you. He didn't say it back. That son of a bitch. I got off. I was like, say it back. He didn't say it.
Doors are closing. I'm just like...
Oh, Sepy sent me to the wrong terminal on purpose.
Yeah.
I had to take another taxi to get to my.
There's a train that goes directly to the other terminal, right?
I have, but I was like scared, and I was like, I didn't have that much time actually to get to my flight. Like I was kind of cutting it a little close because I was spending 20 minutes trying to find my where to check in because I didn't know I was at the wrong terminal. So I just called a taxi and was like, "This is fine. I'm just gonna go like this."
Oh no.
Sepy's last attempt at bullying me, sending me to the wrong ass terminal.
Damn.
True, yeah,
It was
yeah.
so close.
Tiff was the little sister of this whole entire trip. Was
I
really
almost
good.
didn't make it
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, it was funny though. Like Tiff was our little sister, actually. Yeah,
Thank you
little
for
sister
taking care of
vibes.
me.
Yeah.
I guess my last thing is like thank you for. I was like a kind of a last minute addition to the trip, so I really appreciate that you guys let me in with open arms, and I had so much fun, and I felt very
You
safe.
thought my arms were open?
Well, thank you, Kubz and T, for allowing me with open arms, and thank you
Oh,
for
yeah.
tolerating me,
Mhm.
Sepy.
Thanks for
I
helping me pick
appreciate
out my
the tolerance.
rings.
I
So
made
much.
everyone spend so much money, so
We
I was
enabled
not.
each other so hard.
I was not the
Enabler.
most financially like for each them financially. That was not a good choice to put in because I was like, buy it every time I saw, just buy it.
I
No,
mean,
we
we're
were
all
like that with
enablers
each
here.
other, everyone.
Yeah,
Me and Kubz at T1.
Anytime there's like, you know, which one should I get? ¿Por qué no los dos?
Okay, no, stop. Yeah. At T1, I bought almost like one of everything. I'm not even joking. It's a Black Friday sale too as well, so things were like 30-40% off. I was like, oh god. Yeah. And then also like the same thing, being a good patron, getting like she tossed in like free stuff as well. Like the what is it, service again? Yeah, the service. Yeah, so that was cool. Oh yeah. I'm broke.
Oh God.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, we're gonna call it because we're past the 2 hour mark here. But thank you guys for reliving our Korea and Japan experiences. It was kind of just a chill episode today, just us reminiscing and recapping on what happened. Make sure you to follow our socials and thank you guys all for coming, and we'll see you guys next time. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Sayonara.
Yeah.